Today I'm gonna try and build a doggy ladder for the boat here for duck hunting people / doggy ladder. So my plan is to I started welding up these little brackets. This is 1.5 by 1.5 1/4-inch square tubing. Then I'm going to bolt them, both of them side by side on the inside, so that the ladder is removable. And I'm going to build the ladder out of this 1.25 by 1.25 and this 5-inch channel aluminum. I'm going to be welding with Miller 30 amp spool gun with my WC 115A control box down there and the old weld end power. I'm going to do a 50-degree angle with 3 steps, and this would be the last step, and then I'm going to get somebody to build a little wooden box. I'm not really good with wood. And then I'll have a brace piece coming from the bottom of the ladder resting on the side of the boat, and I have a mud flap. I'll cut a piece out and glue that to the bottom of the plate. I'll start cutting stuff and welding it up. Alright, I got some pieces cut and tacked up, so that's pretty much what's going to happen. It really sooty welds for some reason, but basically I wanted to not leave this joint you know, under design, so I stacked 2 pieces on top of itself, and I think I'm going to sandwich a piece of plate over top of this joint and weld around it. I think that might be the strongest, at least. I'm not super confident in my welds, but you know, they haven't failed me before. So the steps are 16 inches, and you know, these are just sitting in here loose, so I'm going to have to tie them together probably at the top and bottom, and then make sure I got a little bit of play in there, a little bit of play, which is always good for me, so I don't have to be exact. Also have a piece come down from here straight down, however deep I need it to go for the steps. The steps are this 5-inch channel. So I think I'm just going to do that last. I might cut the first step out and try and get it nice and flat and tack it up and make sure I'm square. Probably just build the rest of it up here, because my not flat table, it'll booger, I'm sure. So, but that's pretty flat. Happy with stuff so far. Figuring out these angles was a pain in the ass. This is 50 degrees from center down, so I think so. No, it's 50 degrees from center, from this space down. So this was a 25-degree miter that I spun, and then 25 degrees. Well, if you take 50 degrees minus 90 is 40. So this is the opposite end here. This is 40-degree cut. So, and these are both 90s. So that means that my steps, in order for them to be flat, I'll need my steps to be 40 degrees from center, so I can mark that and be close. Nobody's really going to notice if I'm off a little bit, but making sure that after this ladder gets built, that it goes back into the stirrups is the key. So this is what I got so far. It looks alright. Second step's a little off center, you can see, but either way, I think it'll get people in and out of the boat. Steps are 13 inches apart from top to top, and I have one more piece, I might put it right across here to try and protect this. So I'm going to come down now with this other piece that ties the backs of the steps in, and have a vertical piece that sits right here. The support piece that goes from here to here, I have to make sure that I don't build it so that the ladder gets stuck. And there's a little bit of play with this in here. So I'm going to need to have it all the way down so that when I go to pull it out, it doesn't bind in with this lip here. Alright, I got a little bit more welded up, tacked up. Dealing with a little bit of a soot problem, but my welds are coming out okay. So right now it's obvious that I definitely need a support piece from here to there, because as you push down this thing, the whole side of the boat flexes. In fact, I got already a little crack my bolt, which I don't know if you'll be able to see, maybe that's right there. Already developed a little bit of a crack, which I don't want. So I'll just bring a flat piece down from, just go parallel from there to there, and hopefully that'll do her. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's getting a little heavy, but I don't think it's going to fail. I got her finished up. I made some pieces to touch the bottom of it and got a little piece of plate to spread it out. I found this mud flap on the side of the road, which is pretty sweet, from the snow this year. Some poor guy lost it, and I'm going to cut a piece of it out and put it on the bottom side of this so I don't mar up the fiberglass too much with this piece of aluminum. Might just glue it on there. I don't think I'll through bolt it, because then the bolts will be rubbing on it, but got just enough play to get it off, and now when I step on it, the side doesn't flex so bad. I actually shake the whole boat, which is nice. I was going to put these stainless handles on the top here so it would be easier to lift it off from inside the boat, because it is a little awkward. They don't fit. I might get some aluminum round rod and make my own handles, but I lift it in the middle. It lifts off pretty easily, actually. Surprised that that bottom piece doesn't bind more, but it's got just enough playroom where it goes down in, and pretty happy with it. Only took me a couple hours, and the welds look okay, and I need my man to come over and clean them up for me, because I don't really like to grind aluminum. But that's the doggy ladder. I hope the dogs can make it up here. Ladder I had on my old boat was very similar to this, and they figured it out. I had the old steps wrapped in carpet, which seemed to help the dogs a good bit. And we could still do that here, but it gets so heavy when it gets wet. I'd say the whole thing weighs about 35 pounds. This channel's pretty hefty. But a little shot of one of my not so decent welds. Let's find a good one. That's a good one. For some reason, this one seemed to work really well down here. Once the base material heated up, it welded pretty good. I was about 22 volts. That's not a very good weld. So that's a good one there. So welds turned out okay. I didn't really clean any of the metal up or anything, so a little blobby in places. But little welds, I turned the heat down for these just to seam them up. So that's my doggy / people ladder for my Carolina Skiff. I'll start building the duck blind tomorrow. See how much progress we can make with that. So thanks for watching.